here is our first installment in Lyrics on the Go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna play the song and kind of let it go for a little bit, and then kind of stop it and pause it from here and there and give a little explainer as to kind of like, you know, what was the inspiration behind the music or some of the lyrics. Let's give it a start. This is I'm Sorry. So before we start, it's funny, in the intro video that I did for this series, I said that I do a lot of my music listening in the car, which I think a lot of people do. That's when I really get to kind of shut my brain off and really just dive deep into the song. And this song, I'm Sorry, was actually inspired while I was driving. I was listening to Mumford & Sons, and there was a lyric in one of their songs basically saying, I'm sorry. You might have heard it. I'm sorry. And that was just, for me, a really great lyric in that song, and you can actually hear the desperation in the voice of the singer. And as I was listening to it, I thought to myself, you know, I wonder what a song would sound like if the entire song was that desperation, just that, you know, that feeling of regret and sorrow. So I had this idea of taking that small lyric, those two words, I'm sorry, and actually building an entire song around it. And that is where I'm Sorry came from. So with these lyrics, what I wanted to portray was, listen, I understand when we do things that we don't intend to do to hurt people, right? People hurt people, whether it's intentionally or non-intentional. And this song is definitely, you know, the idea of someone doing something and unintentionally hurting someone, and the desperation and the feeling of sorrow that comes with. And the person who's hurt has every right to feel hurt. They have every right to feel slighted. But what I wanted to portray was not to minimize that, but to at least convey in some way that understanding of you intentionally or unintentionally hurt someone is painful to the person who is delivering that hurt. That doesn't justify anything by no means, but what I wanted to really communicate was that hurts as well. So that's what I wanted to really convey, especially with the first line. You can't imagine what I'm going through. Like, imagine you hurt someone so deeply, someone you care about so deeply, and you kind of play that in your mind over and over again, that you hurt this person that you love, that you care for. That hurts. That's painful. And that's kind of what I wanted to portray. So, you know, in this part of the song, I really wanted to portray like this desperation of like, I know what I did, I know what I've done, and no matter what I say, what I do, you know, what I sing, I know it may not really come of anything, but what I want to do is let you know that I understand, and you know, there's regret there, and I wanted to really just have the chorus with those two words, just I'm sorry, because that's really all you can say, because that's really all you can do. So I wanted it to keep it really simple. And the other thing was, I wanted to keep the song simple. So actually every track on this album I initially intended to be acoustic, just, you know, acoustic guitar and vocals. So I wanted to make sure that the first track of the album was that. It was that initial idea of just an acoustic, broken down version of these songs that I've written, because guitar, intended to be that. But as I explored recording, I kind of stepped out of that box and explored different sounds and approaches. But what I wanted to do was ensure that the main idea of the entire album, and especially with the beginning song and the opening track, was still that defining sound of just a broken down acoustic and vocal rendition of I'm Sorry, because that's what the message needed to be. Just no frou-frou, no bells, no whistles, just a boy and his guitar. So that's the intent of why the first track of this album is just that, just acoustic guitar and vocals. You know, the song is really intended just to be a love letter of sorrow and regret. And for me, it was really important to have that message in the first track of the album, because as you listen to the album, I hope as you listen to the album, you see that there's a progression from self-loathing and sorrow and repentance and bitterness to oneself, and it just kind of changes as the album, you know, moves forward to the last song, which is about hope and what you'll see as the day moves forward. So yeah, this is I'm Sorry, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy this series, Lyrics on the Go. And yeah, if you like it, please give it like a thumbs up and a share, so I know that you like it, and I'll continue doing it. Thanks again. It's Noel, Norforsaken, and I'll catch you later.